Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while, so I thought I will update you on things that have been going on. But I also wanted to speak about burnouts in this video because that's something I've been experiencing. But first, if you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Favor. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I guess this channel is more my informal page where I talk about life advice, you know, my thoughts, and just share a bit more of the journey, I guess, as an artist. But yeah, I wanted to talk about burnout in this video because, yeah, I've been going through it with burnout. But a little bit of context, I am releasing my debut EP called Misfit, which is so surreal to say, but there has been so much work behind the scenes that I've been doing, and I'm currently an independent artist. If you're not sure what that means, it means that I basically handle everything. I'm independent, so yeah, and you know, I'm loving it a lot, but as you can imagine, there's just a lot to do from the production. You know, I'm a producer as well, as a songwriter, so I do everything in that aspect of things as well, in you know, through to the mixing and the mastering. And you know, essentially when you're an independent artist, you are everything that a label would be for you. You have to be your own manager, you have to be your own PR person, you have to, you know, make content, you know, which has been something that I have been getting a lot more involved with. I've always done content, you know, I've always posted videos on YouTube. That's how I started, to be honest. I posted videos online, not just on YouTube. So I've always done content, but I think it's at a higher scale now, because that's just really the way to connect with, you know, listeners and sort of push your music out there. So I've been doing a lot more of that, so it's just been a lot, you know, and this year I really wanted to stay consistent, which I have been, you know, with the content side of things. And so I think I just got to a place where it was just getting a lot. And, you know, with the project ramping up, because the EP is going to be released on the 4th of July. And as of today, it is the 12th of June. So we're getting close. And, you know, thankfully I've, you know, been ticking things off, but there's just been a lot to do. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share and talk about burnout, because I think it's something that a lot of us experienced, no matter what industry you're in or whatever you're doing. You know, sometimes it feels like you just hit a wall, and, you know, it can feel like you've been doing okay for a while, but I think because of the routine and the effort, and, you know, it can just suddenly just creep up on you one day, and you just like just don't have the energy, or are just so worn out. And I think that's the place I got to, and I've been recovering, you know. I've just been trying to slow down a bit more, and also give myself grace. And I think that's something that's really important, because basically I would wake up in the morning, essentially, and one of the first things I think about was, oh my gosh, what content am I posting today? I feel like, especially when you're in the creative field, anyone in the creative field will attest to the fact that, like, your brain just never shuts off, like, because you're always thinking about new ideas and what can I do better, and, you know, how can I approach this, or what haven't I done? So it's just so hard to just turn your brain off, and that's something I've been experiencing. And also because being in the creative field, you also have to be up to date with, you know, the news and current trends, you know, in my case within the music industry and stuff, because things are always changing. So yeah, it just feels like you can't escape it. And I'm one that naturally, you know, if I could, I wouldn't be on social media full time, you know, but sometimes it feels like I can't escape that because I'm in the creative field essentially, and I'm an artist. So yeah, it sometimes just feels like, you know, it's just something you have to do. It's just part of the game, I guess. So recently I released a song called Toxic City, which is one of my favorite songs from the upcoming EP. But that song also came with a video that I actually just released, was it just last week? And that video I'm so proud of. But it took so much work because basically I co-directed it, but everything else was me in terms of the editing of it. And I really wanted to step things up, so I decided to buy DaVinci Resolve Studio, which is, you know, industry standard film editing software. And I taught myself how to edit, which was a huge learning curve because DaVinci Resolve is really quite difficult to learn. But that's like an example of something that it took so much time, but I feel like I gained so much from it because now I have the skill to edit anything. Well, I'm still getting better, but to edit quite well. And as an independent artist, you know, that's something I'm, you know, really proud that I now have that skill in my arsenal and I'm able to edit things for myself going forward. But yeah, basically, I think I got DaVinci Resolve around Christmas, and between that, it probably took me, I don't know, 3 months to learn, which I don't know if that's a reasonable length of time, but I really wanted to make something that I was proud of. And yeah, you should check out the music video. Just search Favor O, Toxic City. But yeah, that's just one example of the many things I've been up to. So, you know, being an artist involves a lot of work, but it's very rewarding because it's like you're doing something that, you know, a lot of the time you try and you fail, but you have such a genuine love for. And I think that's the thing that has sustained me for so long and will continue to sustain me. And yeah, if this resonates with you, you know, if you have been feeling quite burnt out, I just want to say, you know, give yourself grace. You know, it's a very normal thing. But I think now I'm just slowing down, and something that has been helping me is to structure my days, because when I know that, you know, I can pace myself, then I feel more in control of, you know, what I'm doing, and it doesn't feel like I'm just aimlessly doing anything. But even if you need to just take a step back and allow yourself to recover for a bit, that is totally fine, because yeah, life is hard sometimes, and you know, a lot of us have so many commitments, and you know, there's just a lot going on, you know, even with the state of the world. So it's a completely normal thing that a lot of us are probably, you know, experiencing right now. But yeah, I just wanted to share a bit of my personal experience recently. But yeah, that's what's been going on, guys. If you would like to check out my music, I will put a link in the description. And you can also pre-save the EP called Misfit. Yeah, hope you guys stay well, and I'll speak to you very soon.